Hi, everyone. It's nice to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Uh, I want to talk some things out. Maybe you can help me, right? This is where my limited education fails to inform or isn't able to inform effectively my lived experience. My limited education is an obstacle for me. These things appear to be relatively straightforward to me. And the caveats are written into all of the languages, right? So I'm trying to understand this so that I can articulate it. Because this moment requires statements. Stick with me. We are witness to these things, right? We are witnessing acts against people without writ or warrant, tyrannical. We are witnessing that. It's not just from a protest a year ago, a resident citizen, no warrant, no charges, false pretenses. And as I said, these caveats are written into it, right? But does the United States president have unilateral power to realign the country's treaties, alliances, and economic agreements? Which is what we're undergoing. Nope, he does not. Does not. Very straightforward. Does not have unilateral power to realign. But there are caveats written in there. And although this hasn't happened verbally, we have seen the application of this in betrayal of allies. Betrayal of allies. The president cannot unilaterally withdraw. And who did it benefit when the president at the time did that? Traitorous to our allies. We've seen assaulting language from the Department of Defense and the Vice President directed at our NATO allies. We have seen verbal concessions from the Oval Office. There are mechanisms in place, right? And we're seeing them superficially utilized. And the phrase or reference to the wheels of justice turn slowly, yeah, that's not an acceptable response in this moment. And if we can confirm the tyrannical nature of our government by that first example that I used, and that's just one individual. We're not talking about illegal confinement, unlawful detention. We're talking kidnapping, all of those things, right? And I will go into violation of oath at another time. This is long-winded enough. But when a government becomes destructive of liberty, what is that liberty? Well, look at that. Free from oppressive restrictions imposed by authority. And look at the example that is in the definition. Compulsory retirement would interfere with individual liberty. And mass firings would interfere with collective liberty. Two very real examples in the real world. It is the right of the people. Rights are not enforced, rights are exercised. It is the right of the people I'll get to that later. It is the right of the people to alter or abolish and institute a new government. That's not a legally binding statement, but it is the right of the people to overthrow a government that is destructive of liberty. We are seeing these tools and mechanisms at work. We're seeing the executive, abhorrent. The legislative, complicit. The judicial, compromised. None of them are functioning within their oath to the Constitution to defend and uphold. Presidential immunity is unconstitutional. We just went through the executive authorities that he does not have unilateral authority, and the legislative branch is supporting the anti-constitutional assault that this administration is inflicting on our government, dismantling of all offices, all administrations, dismantling. And we see the states that are protecting the people, and we see the states that are taking away rights. Restriction on movement, documentation, no uterus holding body autonomy. And again, these are the legal means, and we're seeing some of these. I will be looking further into voting out oppressive leaders. We're past being able to vote. Compromised legislature. I fully expect that we're going to be engaged in some of the jury nullification and state nullification of unconstitutional laws and enforcement of unconstitutional laws. That's what those are. And here we are. The extra constitutional, right? Do you understand that? That means essentially the same thing as extrajudicial. And the Declaration and natural rights philosophy. It's our natural right to overthrow an oppressive, tyrannical government. That's a dangerous word. Last resort, right? Where are we now? The Constitution has been blatantly, egregiously disregarded. Under this government, we have no constitution. No constitution, no human rights, no human rights. Again, my limited information fails to properly or effectively inform my life's experience. My limited education fails to properly or effectively inform the rest of my life's experience. But there are things that I know. My daughter will not grow up in a country that she is not safe in. Love you. Hope you're safe. Protect each other. I'll see you next time.